The Coast Guard was searching Friday for two workers missing after a fire erupted on an oil platform in the Gulf of Mexico, sending an ominous black plume of smoke into the air reminiscent of the 2010 Deepwater Horizon explosion that transformed the oil industry and life along the coast. The fire, begun while workers were using a torch to cut an oil line, critically injured at least four workers who had burns over much of their bodies. An official from Black Elk Energy retracted previous comments made by its CEO that two of the workers died, CBS affiliate KHOU Houston reported. Black Elk is an independent oil and gas company headquartered in Houston. The images were eerily similar to the massive oil spill that killed 11 workers and took months to bring under control. It came a day after BP agreed to plead guilty to a raft of charges in the 2010 spill and pay a record $4.5 billion in penalties. There were a few important differences with the Deepwater Horizon explosion that killed 11 workers and began one of the nation's biggest environmental disasters. Friday's fire was put out within hours, rather than burning for more than a day and causing the rig to collapse and sink. It's a production platform in shallow water, rather than an exploratory drilling rig looking for new oil on the seafloor almost a mile deep. Coast Guard Captain Ed Kubanski told a news conference in New Orleans the well was not producing at the time and no oil was leaking. A small amount of oil spilled from the rig when workers using a torch cut into a 75-foot-long, 3-inch-wide line on the platform. Kubanski said a sheen 1/2 mile long and 200 yards wide was reported in the area. It's not going to be an uncontrolled discharge from everything we're getting right now, Kubanski said. The fire had since been extinguished, said Coast Guard spokesman Drake Fort. He said Coast Guard aircraft and boats were searching for two missing people. 11 people were taken by helicopter Friday to area hospitals or for treatment on shore by emergency medical workers. Teslyn Alfonso, spokeswoman for West Jefferson Medical Center in suburban New Orleans, said four injured workers arrived in critical condition with second- and third-degree burns over much of their bodies. 2 were sent by ambulance to the Baton Rouge Burn Center. 2 others were to be sent later. The production platform owned by Black Elk Energy is about 25 miles southeast of Grand Isle. The Coast Guard said 24 people were aboard the platform at the time. Kubanski said the platform appeared to be structurally sound. After the April 2010 explosion on the Deepwater Horizon, that rig burned for about 36 hours before collapsing and sinking to the Gulf floor. The Black Elk platform is in 56 feet of water. Kubanski said 28 gallons of oil were in the broken line. The federal